Good morning, Emmanuel. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm going to jump right in. You guys are 4-2 right now, clicking on all cylinders. You're just making it look easy. Whether it is actually easy or not, how confident is this Buffalo Bills team right now?
I mean, we're extremely confident, and why wouldn't we? We put the work in. I joined this organization, and I knew what I was joining, but I didn't know I was joining. Like joining Josh, and this organization who's doing everything the right way to try to bring a championship to Buffalo. It feels good to be a part of it. Obviously, you say we sitting at 4-2, right where we want to be, but in my eyes, obviously we would want to be 6-0, but that we're not capable of that, and I feel like we could be that. We're a couple plays away from being that, but at the same time, I feel like we're playing good football. I feel like we got a great football team, and we just got to keep stacking wins and keep getting better.
Well, it's nice to be joined by who I do believe is the only Buffalo City resident that doesn't viscerally despise me. So thank you very much, Emmanuel, for joining us once again, friend of the show, to join us. You mentioned, I got two questions for you, so let me start with this one. You mentioned you'd love to be 6-0. To throw week one out, there were some weird week one results. Your guys was one of them. The one that I imagine stings is the one that came right before the bye because you were so close and it doesn't end up going your way. Was that the worst time for a bye because of the way that game ended? Like if you get the touchdown, you win, you've won 5 in a row, or did it stick with you a little longer than otherwise it would have?
Of course, because, after that, we had like 5 days off. And it took me like 2 days to really start enjoying my bye because I was still in awe that, on 4th and 1 that, we weren't able to get that and win that game. And, I sit back and you look at the schedule and you say, okay, we got KC on the road, we got Tennessee on the road. I said, man, if we can go 2-0 in those games, man, that'll really put the league on notice. And so, I really wanted to win that game out in Tennessee, and we weren't able to do it. So you kind of enter the bye with a weird feeling coming off a loss. But it's one of those things that, 2 days ago when I was watching the games on Sunday, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get back to work. I'm ready to get this bad taste out of my mouth. I know that we have a good football team. I would never, ever doubt that. I know what we're capable of doing. I know that, if we can get high in the playoffs, what we're capable of doing, I obviously try to bring a parade to Buffalo. But at the same time, yeah, that loss did sting. But at the same time, I'm on to Miami just trying to get back on the same page and try to, get back in the win column.
You've been blessed, man. You played with Big Ben, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, all Hall of Famers in the future. What traits do you see from Josh Allen that are similar to those guys?
I mean, everything. I mean, he has it, and he's special, man. I think just from one thing that those guys didn't have that he has is that the zip on the ball. I mean, you look at this throw right here. I mean, this throw right here shocked me, dude. Like, I mean, it was literally 40 yards on the line, rope. The DB thought that he could be able to undercut it, and it just was on a rope so long that, it just literally just ended up right in my hands, and just throws he makes and the plays that he makes with his legs. I mean, I played with Ben, and Ben was able to scramble around and make the plays like that, but this guy's like KC, we got the game-winning drive, and this one I really noticed. Like, I've already known like how special he was in training camp, but I mean, the guy runs and jumps over the defender just to get the first down, goes down and scores, and then walks up to me and just so excited and just what I mean. Like, it was just a surreal moment. It was just crazy. I mean, he's a special player. He can be a special player in this league for a long time. There it is, right there. Like, that play right there shocked me. I didn't know he was capable of doing that. Once he did that, I was like, hey, man. I mean, with his arm talent and his running capabilities and the offense with Brian Dable and the receivers that we have, I mean, we all know that we got an opportunity to do something special. But at the same time, we got to keep putting the work in.
Emmanuel, who have you been impressed by the most in the league? Not necessarily. We'll take all of your teammates out of it, just so you can give us a scope of the entire league. Who have you looked at and said, ooh, that performance this year has really caught my eye?
Oh, man. I'm always rooting for Lamar Jackson, just because of how they did him when he came into the league. Like I didn't like how they did him in the league, and I still really don't kind of like how everybody still kind of questioning a guy. He can never do enough, and every time he does something else, he can't throw for 400 yards, and then the next thing you know, he throws for 400 yards. Now he can't win it all. He can't do this, and it's just like, man, when he first came in the league, everybody was saying this dude wasn't even a quarterback. Next thing you know, he's the MVP on the cover of Madden, and one of the scariest players. Like I played against him like 2 years ago, and I've never seen coaches so nervous about scheming up a player and worried about a single player in terms of the type of player he was. And so, man, he's special, and I'm always rooting for a guy like that. But also, Kyler Murray and the way that he's performing this year, and the way that the Cardinals are performing, like those guys, man, I'm happy for them, but at the same time, I'm in the league as well. So I'm like, all right, hopefully we get to see those guys, in the big game and see how it all plays. But Kyler Murray's making some special plays out there. He's doing some special stuff to keep his team in the game. And like I said, I was in that division 2 years ago, when Kyler Murray was there, and just to see this dude like squirming around like on the side, I'm like, somebody please tackle this dude. Like just grab him or do something, But he's a scary player as well, and he can throw the ball, deliver the ball. So I mean, he's having a crazy year as well.
All right, before you go, two things. First one is this. I think Emmanuel Sanders has taken the title of best active athlete interview analyst in the history of this show. I mean, I just want to keep you on for an hour and a half.
It's fantastic.
Like, I mean, I don't know if you're putting this on like an audition tape for like to get a TV job when you're done going to Super Bowls or what it is, but you're spectacular. And I gave you that compliment because now I have to ask a very controversial question about a teammate of yours. How is Stefon dealing with being the second best football player in his family? It's been tough on him? Like, how's it going for him? Because Trevon's going to win Defensive Player of the Year.
Yeah, that's Diggs' brother, man. Like, it's crazy because they'll be playing and we'll be on the field and his brother catch an interception and Diggs will just be going crazy, But obviously, we got to dig into him a little bit because at one point, Trevon
he had more
two
touchdowns than Stefon.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. And so we were digging into him. Isaiah McKenzie, he's one of them guys. He always going to tell the truth. He go, hey, man, like, we don't care who you are. You was all-pro last year. Shut up, your brother played DB, and he has more touchdowns than you. But, Steph is one of them types. He just laughed it off because at the end of the day, him and his brother, they, if you see their off-season workout videos when they competing against each other, the way that they go at each other, it's so fun to watch. But, they brothers, they got so much love. He happy for his brother. Extremely proud of him.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from First Things First, or go watch a few segments from our other shows on FS1.